Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss the possibility of Sam Carpenter being revealed as a Ghostface in Scream 7. Now there are many theories and avenues that could lead to this occurring within the storyline. But if the decision is made to make this a reality in the film, that leaves us with a lot of questions about this Carpenter Sisters trilogy. So coming up, I will address some of those questions and we will explore both sides of the issue. Should Sam or shouldn't Sam be a Ghostface killer to end the Carpenter story? Let's go!
Hey everyone, this is Christopher Landon, the director of Scream 7, and you're watching Craving Something Scary.
So when given the idea of Sam being a Ghostface some thought, I find myself both excited at the possibility, but also not sure if I really want to see that happen. So to help unmuddy the waters on this, I'm going to present 3 questions for us to consider. And then let's see where we stand and what we all think. So number 1, the question is, what would drive Sam to fully give in to her inner Billy Loomis, that dark side that looms, if you will, within her, that inner Loomis? And when I think about that question, like what would, other than just surrendering, what would be an event that would cause Sam to absolutely just lose it and 100% let that inner Loomis take over? And the answer I have for this question is the one thing that would all make sense is if Tara is the opening kill of Scream 7. It would absolutely push Sam over the edge, guys. It would drive her to a place that I don't think she would recover from it. She's so protective of Tara. She's so worried about her. We saw it in 6. After the events of 5, we saw it there. And then 6, we really saw just how much of an umbrella sister she really is for Tara, how much she really feels she's responsible to keep Tara safe. And while at the end of 6, there's that kind of that moment where, Tara's like, look, you're going to have to let go, right? And there's that moment. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you right now, if Tara was eliminated from this movie, either in the opening or shortly after the film starts, somewhere in the early part of the movie, the first act, I believe it would absolutely push Sam over the edge. She absolutely would go full-blown Ghostface at that point in time because she wouldn't recover. It would crack whatever is left of her sanity. Now, this leads me to my second question I'm going to ask, because if this scenario unfolds, it would make Sam a non-traditional Ghostface, which what I mean by that is, your typical Ghostface is seeking revenge, or they're seeking to accomplish some goal like a new Stab movie, these type things. There's very calculated motives and prep, and they go and they execute it and they try to do it. But in this scenario, with Tara being killed now, it makes Sam a non-traditional Ghostface because she wasn't planning to be a Ghostface killer. It just kind of opened up in the moment. And it begs the question, though, in this scenario, would you want to see a Scream movie, where Sam is a vigilante Ghostface? Because if you think about it, that's the scenario we're going to have. She's going to be trying to avenge the death of Tara. So what Sam would be doing, while she would be in costume, she would be a Ghostface now, totally going rogue, but she would be like a vigilante. She would be going to seek out the actual Ghostface killers or killers, whichever the case is, that took out Tara. She's wanting to, again, avenge her death. So this would not be Sam in a typical Ghostface mode. It would be a vigilante mode. Now, depending on how it was written, right, they could actually, one way you could write this is where they would reveal to the audience, us watching it, that Sam is doing this, that we see her getting the robe and the mask on and going out to seek out the actual Ghostface killers of her sister. And so we could be in the loop, in the know of what's going on. Or they could also write it in a way that we don't know that she's involved, which is what I would prefer. So we'll find out at the end of the movie that she's there to kill not innocent people or anyone in the friend group. Unless they're Ghostface, of course, she's solely going after Ghostface. And we find out at the very end of the movie that it's Sam actually who is in costume trying to pursue the killer of Tara and the other folks in the friend group that are dying. But as a viewer, we don't know who's who. We just see a Ghostface in costume. And so we would get that reveal. So is that a scenario you would want to see in that situation? All right. Now, there's one more question I want to ask. And that is this. If Sam is revealed to be a Ghostface, however the scenario goes, I think it's the vigilante makes the most sense. But the question I have is, how will that impact the Carpenter's trilogy when you look back at all three movies? So when you go back and you watch Scream 5 again, Scream 6 again, and after you've already seen 7 and you know what's going to happen, would that make that trilogy more watchable for you in terms of, would you want to watch it more, rewatch it more? Or if it ended up ending this way where Tara's killed in 7, Sam's the Ghostface in 7 to try to kill the killer of Tara, and we don't know what happens to Sam. Does she survive and go to prison? Or does she die? I don't know. But either way, either scenario, whether she lives or not, would that taint this trilogy for you, where you would not really want to go back and rewatch it again? Or would it do the opposite? Would it be like, oh man, I want to rewatch this again because of the way this tragic ending, it just adds something to the trilogy, a mystique, if you will, as Milton told Roman, it gives you mystique. Is that something you'd want to see or not? I'm just curious what your thoughts are. How will it impact the trilogy? I think for me, it would definitely it would make it a darker trilogy. That's for sure. It would make it a very dark trilogy, and for the Carpenter sisters' story to end with Tara dying and Sam dying, or Sam living but arrested. That's a tragic ending to a trilogy. So I think for me personally, probably not going to be a fan of this. If they bring Sam in as a Ghostface killer, I just don't think I'm going to like it, being completely honest. Now, look, you never say never until you actually see the movie, right? How's the story written? It may be written in such a way that I love it. But just thinking of it hypothetically, right now, when it comes to Sam being a Ghostface killer, especially in this scenario, I would have to say no. It would just darken the trilogy to a tragic ending. So I would say not for me necessarily, but I would give it a chance. I would definitely watch it, give it a chance, and see what they did with the writing. But we'll have to wait and see if that even happens, right? But I want to know now, what do you think about this idea of Sam being revealed as a Ghostface killer in Scream 7? Start leaving your thoughts, ideas, and theories in the comments section below right now so we can discuss it together. And remember, you have a voice. Your voice can be seen and heard by others in the community who read these comments as well as I do. And so let your voice be heard. Share your comments about this. What do you think? I want to see it. Well, guys, that's going to be all for this update, but I will be back with more Scream and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.